Every day, millions of Nigerians wake up to the sound of both roosters crowing and traffic honking. On these contested lands where concrete meets soil, farmers face an impossible choice: abandon their land or drown their crops in chemicals to compete. But here, at the edge of urban Nigeria, traditional farming practices are being reimagined through a powerful new approach: the URBANE project.
The URBANE project is a project funded by the European Union. There are actually 6 countries are involved in this in Africa, in West Africa. Nigeria is one of them. The other countries are European countries. The whole essence of URBANE is to make sure that we try to reduce the use of chemicals in the production of animals and crops.
Inspiration for this project is that how we can, improve production, and then how we can work on interaction between animal, human, and the environment. Because of the challenges that have been faced because of the urbanization, this urbanization can affect animal health, human health, and then it can also affect the ecosystem.
At its core, One Health is simple. Healthy soil grows healthy food, which creates healthy people and animals. But when one suffers, they all do.
My own role as a veterinarian in public health is to link the purely crop and animal production scientists at the University of IBADAN, right? So that the Nigerian case study sites can have a complete One Health teamwork to ensure that our data from case study sites, which are some selected farms around Ibadan, communicates effectively with monitoring, testing what happens scientifically on the farms and in the animal bodies, in the handlers, as well as the consumers.
In simple terms, we're trying to encourage the community to embrace agroecological practices that are safe for both humans, plants, and the environment. And ultimately, we've seen from the preliminary results that the agroecological process or the practices that have been trialed on this project are yielding better results.
The Ajija farmland has become a living laboratory where science meets tradition and skepticism transforms into belief.
So we raised the seedlings in UI after we treated them, and we brought them here to transplant. The day we April 8th. Today is 30. So this is like 22 days after transplanting. They stayed in UI like for 3 weeks or thereabout, and then we transplanted, okay?
What looks like a simple statement marks a profound shift in agricultural thinking.
Initially, when I was introduced to synbiotics, I felt reluctant. I mean, I was not even willing to try it at all. But when I was, further talked to about it, I gave it a chance, and I've noticed a tremendous change in our normal way of production.
Mr. Abiodun's journey mirrors that of many farmers caught between traditional methods and the pressures of modern agriculture. His willingness to experiment has opened a window into what's possible when we farm differently.
5 weeks ago when we planted this thing, there wasn't much rain. So that was where I was able to see like the properties lactobacillus brought into the plants. The stems were much more thicker. Then the leaves and it was able to withstand even the temperature and stress as at that time when we planted, even when they were 2. But as at 2 weeks old, the difference is marked.
Instead of fighting nature with chemicals, the URBANE approach harnesses beneficial microorganisms already present in healthy ecosystems.
There is okra. For okra, we don't have as much space, so for okra, we have only the control, which is what the farmer does. and it's supposed to be sprayed every week, but we have not even sprayed at all because we have not had time. We've been coming here. I told my colleagues that, you know, we have to come and spray the control so that we can compare the control that is being sprayed with the one we have not sprayed. So immediately we came here, I think 2 weeks ago, after the plant started, you know, emerging. The owner of this farm told us and said that, I have already seen insects. Let us spray. What are we going to? I said, don't spray yet. Can I tell you something? The appearance of a pest does not mean that you should spray it immediately. The pests are everywhere. You understand? You can't say you don't want to see them. There are mosquitoes in your houses. They have to get to a particular point, or you see, yes, and say that, I think the way things is going, I need to spray. You understand? So I refuse them spraying. When I looked at it now, I can't believe we have not sprayed. We transplanted this on the same day we planted that. We direct seeded that. I'm so very happy to be here and to see that.
Each spray represents not just the cost to the farmer, but an intervention that ripples through the entire ecosystem.
You may still see that the plots treated with the insecticide, weekly spray, yielded more. What do you expect? But we are saying, look at the plot we did not spray. How much of yield that? What is the difference? By the time you put the cost of weekly spraying there, it will have defeated and make it less economical than the use of symbiotics.
This is where the URBANE project challenges conventional thinking. The highest yield doesn't always translate to the highest profit or the healthiest system.
There is a difference between the yield of these plants. So it is advisable for farmers to adopt the use of the symbiotic based on, though the plants were on vegetative state, they are on vegetative state now. So we can see the difference between their leaves, the flowering, even the height of the plant compared with the control.
What you are witnessing isn't just a farming technique, it's a paradigm shift.
We have 4 row plots here. Every plot has 4 rows, okay? So this here is Bacillus, but it's BGMA. Please, I want you to watch as you come. You have to come work on this row. Is that okay? This is Bacillus BGMA. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please, let's walk along. This is another Bacillus, different from this one, okay? Another strain. This is B3CVR2. Please come. Please be looking at the vigor of the plants. Watch the vigor. Watch their growth, okay? Come. So this one, I will think, and tell me what you think. This is another Bacillus. 1, 2, 3, 4. This Bacillus to me looks better than that Bacillus. B3CVR2. You can see. Huh? So they are both Bacillus but different strains. But this B3CVR2 in this particular place is better than that one. Please come, let's go. Now, this is Lacto. Come and see Lacto. This Lacto, 1, 2, 3, 4. This Lacto even looks better than this. Can you see what I'm seeing? Huh? Can you see? Please, it's important that you catch what I'm saying here. Come and see this Lacto. You can see. It looks better. You can see. You said it's obvious. You can see. Without even taking any data, you can see the difference. All right. Please come. Here is Saccharomyces. You can see that this Saccharomyces is not doing as good as Lacto. You can see the difference. This is another plot here, but you can see a marked difference. As we move from this plot to this, you see a difference. The difference is clear. Wow.
Actually, when you culture the symbiotics, even in water or liquid medium, the rate at which they are growing differs. And if you want to quantify the growth rate, is much, much higher. So that's what we are also seeing in the plants.
So look at this Lacto here. And we made it easy for them. We have labeled the plots. There is no ojoro, there is nothing. It's easy for them to see and to relate with. Now you have seen this is Saccharomyces. Where is the okay, this is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. 1, 2.
The other are
1, 2, 3, 4. Now please come. This is the untreated. This is the untreated that we didn't treat at all. This is the control. that we didn't treat at all. You can see it. You two can even pick the difference, right?
Yes.
It's very obvious. Yeah, this is the control. Now, the control was on that side before, but you can see it here. Now, I want to show you something. Please come. We're going to the rep 4 because we need to move quickly. Come, please. This is rep 4 here. This is coming down. This is coming down. I think it's the weight. You can see, this is coming down, but this is lacto here.
Lacto here.
Yes, this is lacto. Yes, yes. I think this thing is coming down. The weight is making it to come down. It should be higher. If it was higher, there's much difference. But I think it's the weight that is bringing it down. You can see the focus, the fruit, and all of that. You know. You can see the fruits are already much more developed. If you go back to the control, you won't see any fruit there right now. Yes, you won't see. So this is lactobacillus plot.
But the soil is only one part of this story. Here at La Lupin, another dimension of the One Health approach is taking flight. For generations, livestock farmers across Africa have relied on antibiotics to keep their animals healthy and productive. It's a common practice that is rarely questioned until now.
They have banned the use of antibiotics in Europe and America. They don't use antibiotics again at all. It's only here in Africa, Nigeria, we still use antibiotics. They don't use antibiotics again. So they are looking for things that are safer, that will protect the plant health, protect human health, protect the animal health. That's what they are using.
Beneficial bacteria like Bacillus and Lactobacillus are becoming the new guardians of these birds' health.
The birds here are on Lactobacillus. The birds here are on Bacillus. Those ones there are on antibiotics. Those ones there are on Bacillus. These ones are also on Lactobacillus. These ones are on antibiotics.
The path to sustainable farming isn't without obstacles. Newcastle disease, a deadly viral infection, has long plagued this region.
When we came here in 2022, we were told this place is endemic for Newcastle disease. This place, this environment is endemic for Newcastle disease. And that's the challenge we have in Nigeria. So it's better for you to vaccinate because the environment is not safe. The environment itself is not safe.
There are bacteria that are health promoting. Those are the probiotics. There are bacteria that can produce diseases. So when you use the ones that cannot produce disease to knock out the ones that can produce disease, it's good for human body. Just like our yogurt, lactobacillus, the same lactobacillus is used for yogurt. But vaccine is usually for the viral ones, and there is also live organisms too that has been activated. So it's actually equally good for human health, just as we take vaccines for diseases. And the same thing that causes the disease is the one that is inactivated to give vaccines. So vaccines are actually part of organic and agroecologic farming.
The URBANE approach isn't about rigid ideology. It's about finding what truly works for these specific farms in these specific conditions. In the world of agricultural innovation, data is more than just numbers.
Now, what did we find out? We did a vigor, we rated the plants for vigor 4 weeks after transplanting, and we found out that the control, the vigor was lower, because the higher the value, the lower the vigor of the plant. So it had 6.0, and it was significantly lower than all others. I'm saying lower because the higher the vigor index, the less vigorous the plant. For vigor at 8 weeks after transplanting, the vigor for Lactobacillus, Bacillus subtilis, and the insecticide were not significantly different. So they were vigorous, as if there was no problem with pest or any challenge to the plant. So they were not significantly different from one another, but they were significantly different from the plants on the control plus manure and control without manure.
We found out that on okra,
the leaf hopper-borne symptom was minimal on the symbiotic trials and the insecticide-treated plots compared to the controls where we had only manure and no manure. And then the fruit yield from the symbiotic trials, the Lactobacillus plantarum and the Bacillus subtilis treated seeds, they were not significantly different from the insecticide trial, but they were more than the other two controls.
What Dr. Alabi is revealing is nothing short of revolutionary, a microscopic revolution happening right beneath our feet.
Even from the seedling stage, the difference is so clear. The difference is so clear. From the seedling stage. When they brought in the seedling, and we saw the ones that were treated with the probiotics, and the control, which was not treated with anything, the difference is clear. Very healthy, strong stems, with good vigors.
This isn't theoretical. This is happening now, in the real world, where farmers are witnessing transformation with their own eyes.
Then also the fruits, they look healthy. I mean, instead of exposing our plants and food to chemicals, with the use of these symbiotics, it helps to reduce the hazard we expose ourselves to. So the plants, the fruit quality are awesome. The plants are doing well, and the soil health is also preserved.
Behind every data, there are human hands. Here, in this gathering of women farmers, we see the true architects of agricultural innovation.
Tí o bá sí obìnrin kò sí ìlú, torí àwa náà là ń ṣe ètò kò parí. Bí àwọn bàbá wa tiẹ̀ fi lè jẹ́ pé àwọn ni wọ́n gba ṣe òkú kankan bẹ̀tẹ̀ àwọn màmá wa náà ni wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin. Làwọn dẹ̀ jẹ́ olùrànlọ́wọ́ fún wọn nígbà náà.
Women in family, generally as women, people don't take us serious because we are women. They expect us to be in our house, really. So as a farmer and representing the other female farmers out there now, we need people to see us way beyond being female and being fragile.
These women are the backbone of agricultural production, wrestling with challenges that will break lesser spirits.
My interaction with women farmers, some of their challenges is lack of finances. Mostly they clamor that they don't have enough money to venture into agriculture or to boost their production. So I believe by forming cooperative groups, they can earn some money to boost their agricultural production. The other one is the issue of insecurity. Mostly our women, when they get to farm, some are being attacked, some are being molested, some have absconded their farms. One of the major challenges is limited access to land. There are some socio-cultural norms that believe since you are a woman, you go to your husband. You can't come and be claiming land heritage in your father's house. So those are some of the limiting factors. Except you have your own money to go for leasing of land, or maybe you'll be helping your husband. Maybe your husband will just give you small portion. Okay, my wife, you two take this small portion. And as you are working for on your own farm, you have to assist him as well. Even if a woman wants to acquire land now, they will be telling you, go and bring your husband to come and endorse you.
Ìpèníjà tá a ní ojú ọ̀nà tí ò dá wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn tí ń fi ẹran jẹ oko wa náà, àwọn náà wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn ká má rí nǹkan tà, ká má rí ká gbé epo kalẹ̀, ká má rí tà, ìyẹn náà jẹ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn fún wa, kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tóbìnrin nìkan nílé gbogbo àgbẹ̀ ni.
These are not mere obstacles. These are systematic barriers that threaten not just individual livelihoods, but food security itself.
This is part of our what we have been agitating for. And so they came at the right time to open our eyes again to what we have learned and we have forgotten. So they really brought everything into our memory fresh. concerning this insecurity in the farm and how we can overcome it.
Agitation, memory, knowledge. These are the true seeds of transformation.
Some solutions were preferred to this, and some of these were fencing their farms and then having access to government and inputs and other services that the government can help them with.
But solutions run deeper than physical barriers. It is never the work of a single group. It's a collective symphony.
It's only the data that we have with us that we work with. And you know our population now. The population has escalated that government, the population is even overwhelming the government in place. I must confess. So and that is why our no need that is smart. We need smart farming insìn. Kò sí wípé àjọpọ̀ ẹ̀ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ò tí ì dé ẹ̀sùn bẹ́ẹ̀ pẹ́ o. So this is the time for us to really stand on our feet. Let's form ourselves into clusters. Let our group be strong. Inform the ministry about your group. The local government where you belong, also inform them. You know, there is a big table in each of the local governments, so that the local government too, they have their intervention. When they want to do that, they will know whom and who to call upon. One, kò dọ́dọ̀ wà, wọn pín kan wá. Torí pé ọba wọn dá sí ni o. So the time that we are now is the time tí a gbọ́dọ̀ máa bá wọn dá sí.
Listen closely. This is not bureaucratic rhetoric. This is the sound of systematic change taking root.
Yes, so we also have a bit that's focused, targeted at young, both young farmers, students, ultimately young people. And that's particularly important because we need to also empower the next generation of not just farmers, but the next generation of consumers, to ensure that they also have the right information about the safety of agroecological processes. This particular demographic are important because we have a very young population in Nigeria. So one thing to encourage them to embrace, we had the meeting, the interactions we had yesterday. We had young students from agricultural institutions. So to encourage them to embrace this so that they also see the practical applications of what they've learned in the classrooms. They also see the results being translated into real life experiences.
The future of agriculture is not written in government offices. It is written by those who will inherit the land.
So let us give peri-urban farming a boost as its link where innovation meets tradition. It has the peri-urban, that new innovation that we are talking about, and tradition, the traditional way of planting. Bí àwọn bàbá wa ṣe ṣe ní, bí mo ṣe mọ̀ ṣe ní. Tí méjèèjì bá ti wá jà, it's always better even than the innovation that is coming from America.
While we noticed, what's it called, the differences and the benefits of the use of this probiotics, myself and other colleagues, which are youths, are young people in farming, we have agreed to continue the use, and since it benefits us more now, we have agreed to continue the use, and I mean they are embracing it.
This is not just an agreement. This is a commitment.
It's the best package for the beginning of the year for women farmers. We really appreciate who initiate this package for us. We appreciate and we pray that God will continue helping them to bring more of it for us.
Every seed planted is a promise. Every cooperative formed is a community. Every young farmer inspired is a future transformed. This is not the end of a project. This is the beginning of a movement.
Iṣẹ́ oko máa ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́.